Hello and welcome to Physics Problems One by One.
So here is a problem. As always, read it, maybe once, maybe twice, and then pause the video and try to solve it yourself.
Today's topic is mechanics, kinematics, and standard procedure, standard problem when there is a river and the river flows with V R, which means V river, and there is point A and point B, and there are two options, of course, motorboat and the raft. The raft goes with VR and motorboat goes, of course, much faster. So motorboat goes V boat, and always V boat, VB is the speed of the boat, velocity of the boat when it goes in the lake, in the standing water. So this distance, of course, D, let's put it as D. And what can we say? When the boat goes from here to here, the velocity of the boat against the shore, against the earth, is VR plus VB. And when it goes backwards, this direction, it's VB minus VR. So if the current is strong, it goes slower, and when it goes down the current helps it. So pretty obvious. So that's all the physics, except when there is a raft that's going from here to here. V raft goes only with VR, and we can say that it's V river or V raft, or take your pick. Okay, so basically it's very straightforward. T1, it's the first time when the boat goes down the river. D divided over VR plus VB. When we have T raft, it's D divided over V raft. And they asked us about T time, then T2, it's when the boat covers the same distance, but it's V boat minus VR. That's all. Physics is ended, and it's all only math. T2 is not known, so let's put the system of three equations and write what we don't know. We don't know D, right? We don't know V river, we don't know V boat, and we don't know T2. So it's not good when the number of equations is less than the number of unknowns. Typically they should match, but in this case they don't. This is a special case because they don't ask us about all variables. They ask us about only T2. And if we look carefully on this, we can notice that this can be transformed, so this is always a ratio on this side. So let's flip it upside down every equation, because it would be easier. And then we can write 1 over T1 equals, and if I flip, I will have VR over D plus VB over D. If I flip this, it would be 1 TR equals D equals VR over D, sorry, I am flipping, VR over D. And the third equation becomes 1 over T2 equals VB divided over D minus VR over D. Again, we have three equations, but notice, if we call this equation any letter, X, and this D, then this becomes 1 over T1 equals x plus y. 1 over TR becomes VR over D is x, and 1 over T2, V both over D is y, and minus VR over D is x. So three equations. Here we have four unknowns, the same unknowns, but here we have VR over D, VR, and we call it x, and VB over D, we call it y. So y, x, V over x, VBD, y. So we have three equations and three unknowns, x and y, and it bodes very well because we can find the ratio of V river over D from these equations and VB over D from the, but not V river, not V both, and not D itself on the ratio. Well, anyway, let's wipe it out here, because I am writing white today for whatever reason. And let's continue solving this thing. So we know this, we can put it here. So our first equation becomes 1 over T1 equals 1 over TR plus y. And so this is gone. And here we put it into the second equation, 1 over T2 equals y minus 1 over T river. So when I have two equations and two unknowns, T2 that we want to find and y we want to get rid of it. We can find y from here and put it here, but it is so simple that why don't we subtract? Subtract this from here and this from here, then y would be gone. So it's exactly the same like get rid of y, find it from here, put it here, we will get in the end one equation, only it's a little trick that saves us time. So 1 divided T1 minus 1 divided 2. So I subtract left side from the left side, and I do the same here. 1 over TR plus y minus, and so I put minus y here, and minus becomes plus, and I have 1 over TR. Those two guys are gone because that's why I subtract them, and we have this equation. And so this 1 over TR and another over TR becomes 2 TR, and I move them here, and this I move to another side. I put 1 T1, and this is here minus 2 over TR equals 1 over T2. So common denominator, T river minus 2 T1, TR minus 2 T1, divided T1 TR equals 1 over T2. And I continue writing here, I flip it again, so I have T2 equals, and I switch it, so T2 is unknown, I put it on the left side, T1 TR, and here TR minus 2T1. Alright, so this is my formula, and all I have to do, I have to plug my numbers. And if I am not mistaken, T1 is the time that the boat travels from here to here. T1 is 3. TR is raft travels down is 12. And so this becomes the time when boat comes back, becomes T1 like 3 multiply 12 divided 12 minus 2 multiply 3. And T2 becomes 3 multiplied by, or I can subtract it here, I can do it 3, 12, 6, and I can say T2 equals 6. So T2 becomes 6. Very simple, very standard, because we have 4 variables, 4 unknowns, 3 equations, but we solve it. Don't forget to click subscribe, don't forget to click like, don't forget to click bell, and this way you will never miss my next problem. Thank you very much for watching.